guys, welcome to our cardio resistance class. So you're going to need some weights for this one. So we'll do our warm up first and then I'll explain how it's going to work. So bring your feet into your squat position and then sit your bum back and down. So keep your chest lifted, sit your bum back behind you. So today we're going to be alternating, as the name suggests, between cardio exercise and a resistance exercise. We're going to repeat everything 4 times, but I'm going to give you different versions for each exercise as we go through, so it'll be a mental test for me as well. You can just choose whichever one feels right for you, or make your own up if you like. So you're going for 3 more. So 3, 2, and 1. You're going to go into reverse lunges. So there is nothing even vaguely resembling a burpee, you'll be glad to know. So keep your chest up as you're doing these ones. So making sure you're keeping your feet like they're on train tracks, so you don't want to come in too narrow. If you want to take your arms over your head, you're welcome to. Ooh, I've got grumpy knees today. Good job, let's do 2 more each side. Last one each way. Then bring your feet underneath your hips. You're going to roll down towards your toes and then back up. So getting the stretch at the back of your legs. Don't worry if you don't reach your toes. Just making sure you're getting that stretch. So just go at your own pace for this one. So we'll go 4 more here. So 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring yourself into the centre of your mat if you're using a mat. And you're going side to side. So bend the outside knee and then step back together. So keep your chest lifted. If you want to, you could reach across here. When I say about your chest lifted, all I mean is you're not leaning forwards like this. So you're sitting your bum back and going side to side. So both feet point forwards. If you're feeling good, you can start adding a little hop in the middle if you want to, or just stick with the stepping here, this is fine. So we'll do 3 more each side. So 3, 2, 1 more each way. Good job. From there, you're going back into your squat. So you're going to squat and then cross over. So it's a squat and then bring your knee towards the opposite elbow. If you want to, you can kick forwards here instead. Hopefully the bottom of my shoes are not dirty. You can tell me if they are. So either kicking or doing the bent knee version. So starting to speed up a little bit now. So you want to get your heart rate lifting. So we're going for 3, 2, so 1 more each side. And then take your feet wide. We're going to twist across. So reaching for knees or toes. And again, starting to speed up a little bit. So you should start to feel a little bit out of breath. Like your heart rate's coming up a little bit, or a lot. So we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, give your shoulders a little circle. If you need a longer warm up, feel free to pause the video and just join in again when you're ready. Circle forwards. Good job. And then just swing up and down. Plant's going to get in my way today, isn't it? So here, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Grab yourself a quick drink. And then let's get on with our workout. Okay guys, should be nicely warmed up now. So we're going to start with our cardio exercise. It's 45 seconds. Then we go straight into resistance. There is no rest until we've done all of it 4 times. So if you need a breather, just take one. So we're going to start with our in and out squats. As I say, I'll give you different versions as we go through. So hopefully not going to get bored. So in and out squats to start. So we're going to tap down and hop. Let's go. So a little hop in the middle and then reaching down to the floor. So as I say, just bear in mind that these are 45 seconds long. So don't go mental. Brace yourself and pace yourself. So when you're reaching down, making sure you're keeping your chest up. So you're not just hinging forwards. You're reaching down here. If you don't want to jump it, you can just go side to side here instead. This is fine. So keeping your chest up and getting your bum down. So jumping if you can, stepping if you need to. Exercise 2 for this pair is going to be our shoulder presses. So have your weights handy.
Exercise 2.
So grabbing those weights, 1 weight or 2. Bring them up to your shoulders. And we're going to press. So press and down. So again, with this one, I'll give you some slightly different variations as we go through. Just check on your posture here. So you want to tuck your pelvis under, so we're not sticking your bum out. You're going to tuck under and then press them down. If it's heavy, give it that little dip and a push. So you can step back like I have if you want to, or keep your feet here. Just keep checking that you're not leaning back. So staying upright. So when we finish this one, we're going straight back into our squats. So I say no rest until we've done all of it 4 times. And there's 5 rounds altogether.
Exercise 1.
So weights out the way.
In 4, 3,
Back into our in and out squat. So either stick with this one, or you can make them into pogo squats. So 2 hops and then down. So hop, hop and squat. So as we go through, you don't need to change it if you don't want to. You can stick with whatever you did on the first round. Just make it a bit more varied if you want it. So again, chest up. If you don't want to do the jumpy version, march to the side, march and to the side. Again, keep your chest up. So bum down, we're not doing this. So we're not leaning forwards, we're sitting down. So whichever version you're going for. Ooh.
exercise 2.
Grab those weights.
In 4,
So if you want to change it up, take them out this way. So press and down. So rather than here, you can be here this time if you want to. If you've only got one weight, you'll just need to stick with the front ones. If you're doing this version, make sure you're not coming any lower than your ears. So we're not coming all the way down here, just coming to your ears and then press. Am I disappearing off the top of the camera? You get the idea. So again with this one, make sure you're not leaning back. So tuck your pelvis under. You can still give it a little dip and push if you need to. And if you need to bring your arms back in and do this version, then do these ones instead. Good work. So we've got 2 more times round. I'll give you another version for your squats.
exercise 1. In 4,
So if you want to, you can make them into, what are these ones called? Power squats. So you can stick with your in and out squats here if you want to, or go for power squats instead. So jumping, hopping back. If you don't want to jump this version, keep your chest up and just step it. So this is your option if you want it for this one. You might still be going with your pogo squats or just your side to side squats. Whatever you're doing, just keep moving. Remember, there's no rest in between. So if you need to slow it down, just slow it down. If you can though, keep going with whichever version you want to go with. Whew. Good work.
exercise 2.
So grab your weights again.
In 4, 3,
Option this time
1.
is to alternate. So you'll do one and then the other. So you can do this from here or from here, whichever feels best for you. And again, if you're just on one weight, stick with just the single, or the double arms with single weight. So here if you want to, or one of the other versions, if that feels better for you. So we're doing 1 more time for each of these pairs, and then we're going to move on. Oh, you get a whole 30-second rest before we go round again, you'll be glad to hear. That's the joy of on demand though, you can pause it if you need to. Just make sure you come back. Keep going here.
exercise 1.
So weights down.
In 4, 3,
Last version
2, 1.
is here. So jumping side to side. So choose one of the levels, go straight into it. So it doesn't matter which one you're doing, as long as it's some sort of squat jump, we're all good. So you might be sticking with the pogo squats, the in and out squats, the power squats, whatever you like. So much choice, just keep going. Remember, you can get rid of the jumps for any of these. So if you wanted to do this one without the jumps, you're going to squat and lift up onto your toes. So you squat down and lift. If you're jumping that version, make sure you're really throwing your arms into the air and landing nice and softly.
exercise 2.
Okay, last time for this one.
3,
Let's play with the tempo.
1.
So we're going to go up for 1 and down for 3. So press, slowly down for 3. So you can do this from any version. You could be here. You can do this with your singles as well. So you go up and slowly down. So make sure you're joining in. Don't just be watching me do it. That's not going to get you fitter, believe it or not. So keep your pelvis tucked under. So up for 1, down for 3. If this is too hard, just keep going with a normal tempo. If you need to give it that little dip and push to get it to go up, That's fine. You're gonna get your breather after this one.
Take a 30-second
Let your cows
rest.
down.
In 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done. Okay, we kind of get the idea, right? Grab yourself a drink. So next up is fast feet and then front and side raises. If you've only got one weight, you might want to just do front raises or bicep curls.
Get ready.
Okay, so fast feet first. Imagine there's a line on the floor, you can step on and off. Let's go. So one step forwards, one step back. So draw your tummies in, slight squat position, then one step forwards, one step back. If you need to, just slow it down, it's fine. So it's just one step forwards and one step back. If you want to try and change direction or change your feet, go for it. So the opposite foot forwards. Oh, that feels weird. Good job. So front and side raises are coming up. Remember, if you just need to do one or the other, that's fine. Or bicep curls is your option.
Exercise 2.
Okay, grab those
4,
weights.
3,
Soften your knees.
2, 1.
So front and side. So front, you can do singles if you want to, and then out to the side. So I'm doing bent elbows to go out to the side because my weights are a lot heavy. You could do singles to the front and then doubles to the side. If you've only got one weight, you might want to alternate between front raises and bicep curls. So front and bicep, that's your option. So going back into our fat feet variations next. Whoa, I'm warm now, I don't know about you.
Exercise 1.
So weights down,
In 4,
either forwards and backwards again, or let's do football feet. So tapping on the spot this time if you want the different version. So again, nice and fast. You're in that squat position, or very slight squat position, so I'm not standing up tall here. Sit your bum back slightly. Option, still going forwards and backwards, or this one here if you want to. So tapping nice and quickly. Again, tummies in. So we're not going to change the front and side raises. You might want to stick with just the front for one round, just the sides for the next round, that's fine. Or stick with alternating. Remember, you've got that option to do bicep curls instead. Nearly there.
Exercise 2.
Grab those weights. I'm going to go slightly lighter, they're way too heavy for me. So front and side. So to the front and then to the side. So if your weights are lighter, you might be able to do straight arms to the side rather than having them bent. Whichever version you're doing, make sure you're not doing this, so keep your shoulders down. You might be doing singles. You might want to do just the front raises for this round and then just the side raises for the next round. Entirely up to you. Need to push this plant further away. Sorry plant, you're just going to get a bit of a beating today. So remember, if your weights are heavier, you've got your elbows bent here. If you are doing that version, make sure your elbows and your wrists are in line with your shoulders, so there's none of like this happening.
Exercise 1.
So fast feet again.
4, 3,
So just start with any of them and I'll show you the next version. So either on the spot, if you can, we're going to go in and out. So stepping out and then in. So imagine there's a square on the floor. You're going to step into the square and then out of it. If that one's baffling you, go with one of the other versions. So either forwards and backwards or on the spot tapping. Again, as soon as you think about this one, that's when you're going to lose it. So in and out, nice and fast if you can. Good job. So again, tummies in. Keep breathing. Oh, this is a long one.
Exercise 2.
Grab those weights again.
In 4, 3, 2.
And then let's go. So I'm just going to do side raises for this one. If you want to keep alternating between, you can. There is another version as well. So you could do it here. So you're pulling back. So you lift one arm and drive the other elbow back. If you want to do that one, then go for it. So driving back and lift. Keep drawing the tummies in. I like this one, I'm going to keep going with this one. So lift. So you're going to see here, one pulling back, one going forwards. Don't hit yourself in the face. Remember, and again, keep those shoulders down. So we've got one more time for both. Ooh.
Exercise 1.
So weights down.
In 4,
This time, option, sprint it out. Let's go. So either here, here, you might do the in and out one, whatever version you can manage. Just make sure it gets you out of breath. So if you're with me here, really drive the elbows back, tummy's in, breathe, smile, all the rest of it. Good job. So keep up that pace. We've got front and side raises one more time. Whew. Almost there. Good job.
exercise 2,
Okay, last time on this one.
3, 2,
This time I'm going to do side raises, why not? So to the side, you might be doing here, you might be doing some single arms, or this one. Whichever you're doing, go straight into it. Shoulders down. Good job. So you're coming up to shoulder height, and then back down. So with your weights, the closer in you hold them, the more doable it makes. See, I'm not using the word easy. If you want to make it harder, take them so they're sort of further away as you're coming out, or having your arms straight. Oh, tired now. So either here or any other version in between. So again, shoulders away from the ears, tummy's in, so there's no swinging, let him count down. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Oh, grab yourself a quick drink. Sniffly nose. So next up, we're doing jack feet and then lunges. If you want to do the lunges body weight, that's fine. You don't have to use weights if you don't want to.
get ready. Exercise 1,
So you're jumping your feet out and in.
2,
Let's go. So out and in. Tummy's in, pelvic floor lifted. Option is to step it or choose one of the other exercises we've already done. So if the star jumps is no good for you, then skip them, do something else. Your workout, not mine. As long as this is one that gets you out of breath, that's all I'm interested in. So get that good posture, so balloon on top of your head. Try and get your heels down when you're jumping. Soft on your knees. So I'm going to do all my lunges body weight. If you want to do yours with weights, then do. Good job.
exercise 2,
Okay, I'm going to go for reverse ones first. So use your weights if you can, either here, here, or in front of you. You're going to step into your lunge and back together. So if you want to do the body weight, then feel free. If you can, use your weights. So when you're doing your lunges, make sure you're staying hip width apart, so you're not coming in narrow because it'll make you wobble. So going out slightly, and then knee down to the floor if you can get it there. And back up, obviously. Good job. So going back to our jack feet next, we're going to make them into cross jacks if you want to. Remember, option is just to stick with the original version.
exercise 1, in 4,
Okay, so either here
2,
or cross over. So it's over, out, out. Let's go. If you want to, you can do the arms. If not, just do the legs. So cross, out, cross, out. Remember, if none of these are any good, do the stepping version. You might want to just jog it out. Whatever you need to do, just keep moving. So if you can, crossing, or as I say, any other version you can manage. Always remember, listen to your own body. Ooh, we're nearly halfway through the whole thing now. Good job. Oh, that was a good job, by the way. I just mumbled it.
exercise 2,
So back into lunges. Let's go forward this time.
2,
Alternating sides. Let's go. So again, keep your feet on those train tracks. Use this one to try and catch your breath. So you can slow this one right down. Again, holding your weights if you can. So you might have them by your side, up by your shoulders, in front of you. Or if you're feeling really strong, over your head. That'll be a fun one, that'll test your core. So whichever version you want to do, keep an eye on what your knees are doing. So when you come into your lunge, just check this is not happening. So knee is in line with your ankle. Same with the back one, so don't let your heels stick in or out. And you're trying to get those right angles. Oh, let's make it star jumps. Let's go. So use the arms this time, reaching up. So again, soft on those knees. Option here or here. Or go back to your cross jacks or just the jack feet. Whatever you like. If you're doing the arms, really reach them up high. Oh, I am warm now. Ready for some dinner. Good job. Keep going until it counts us down. We're not there just yet. So I'm going to go for side lunges for the next one. You can stick with forward or backwards ones.
Exercise.
Oh, I'm not going to go side lunge. No, I'm not. I'm going to do curtsy lunges. They're our next exercise. So we're going to cross behind, together, and then the other way. So don't do side lunges. We've got 4 lots of those coming up. So behind and together. So if this one's no good, stick with one of the versions we've already done. So either forwards or backwards. So if you can though, cross behind, dropping down. Again, keep an eye on your knee, so it doesn't want to drop in or out. And tuck your hips in, so you're not sticking your bum out, you're going to tuck it in. Might not be talking as much in a minute. Good job.
Exercise 1.
I'm only going to show you a couple of this next one because it's tough. So stick with one of the other versions for now if you can. You're doing power jacks. You come down and jump. If that one's too much, take one of the other versions. Let's go. I'm just going to go for jack feet, I think, for this one. If you can do some of the power ones though, go for it. You might be doing star jumps. You might be doing the cross ones. It's your last time for these ones though. Whew. Get your heels down, tummy's in, lift your pelvic floor and smile. Well done. So remember your options. You can get rid of the jumping. If you need to catch your breath,
Exercise
use
2.
this one.
In 4.
Okay, we're going to
2.
lunge and knee lift. So you're going to step back and knee lift. Go for maybe 5 on one side and then switch over. If this one's too much, choose one of the other versions. So just keep switching over after you've done a few on one side. If you feel really wobbly, feel free to lean on something with one hand. If you just want to step in and not do the knee lift, that's fine. So as I say, just make sure you're doing both sides. Ooh. So you're going to get a longer rest after this one. Thank
Take a
goodness.
30-second
Let me count us
rest.
down.
In 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, well done. 2 more rounds. Whew. So this time, side lunges and rows. So side lunges are going to stay the same. It's the rows that we're going to change.
Get ready.
So with these,
Exercise
jumping
1.
or stepping, like we did in the warm-up,
3,
side to side, let's go.
1.
So to the side, hop in the middle if you can, and across the other side. I'd say if you don't want to jump it, just step it instead. If you're feeling really good and you've got enough space, make the jumps a bit bigger, and going across. Good job. So you can go faster than me if you want to. I just know what's coming. Well done guys, keep this going. So when we come to our rows, we're going to start with upright rows. So 1 weight or 2. Go heavy on all of these ones, because you're going to start hitting your back, which is stronger than you think.
In 4, 3,
So start with your weight or weights in front, elbows up, shoulders down. So tummy's in. Make sure when you're doing these ones, you're not shrugging. So it's elbows up, but shoulders away from your ears. If you're just on one weight, you're here. So you're lifting up towards your chin, shoulders down, elbows up nice and high. Check on your posture. So tuck your pelvis under, draw your tummy in. Good job. Whew. So we're going back into our side lunges next. Oh, I thought he was doing counting down.
Exercise
There he goes. So weight out of the way,
3,
side to side, let's go. So side, little shuffle in the middle, and across. Good work. So little hop, and across to the side. Whew. So jumping across, if you don't want to, just do it here without the jump. Totally fine. Whew. We're going to do single arm rows next. So just make sure you remember which arm you've done first.
exercise 2,
So grab your weight, heavy as you can.
3,
Step the opposite foot forwards, lean forwards, and then row. So back straight, put your elbow in towards the side of your body. So just check here, you've not got any of this going on. So draw the shoulder blades together, back stays nice and flat. So as you're tucking in, elbow comes into the side rather than sticking out here. So really tucked in, brace your tummy. If you prefer, you could have your bent here and you can lean on something and then row from there, that's fine. Whichever version you can manage. If you'd rather just stick with the upright rows, do those again. So get ready for our side lunges.
exercise 1,
So weight down
in 4, 3,
and side to side.
1,
Let's go. So a little hop across. Keeping your chest up. Sit your bum back and down. Good work. So if you don't want to jump it, just step it here. You can, I'm getting out of breath now, I'm going really quiet. It's all going to be good, we're nearly there. So we've got 2 more rounds on this one, and then 1 more round to finish. It's not that bad either, I promise. So when we come to the rows, if you did single arms last time, we're doing the opposite side.
exercise 2,
So grab your weight in the other hand.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Opposite leg forwards, hinge forwards, back straight, and then row. And really brace your tummy. As I say, if you'd rather, you can lean on something here. If that helps, then go for it. So keep checking that you're not letting your elbows stick out. Tuck it into the side of your body and pull. And then with your back, we don't want any rounding going on. So shoulder blades drawn together and hinging forward. So the more horizontal you are, the more it's going to work. So pull and back. So really squeezing your shoulders. One more time for both of these in a moment.
exercise 1,
So 1 more set of side lunges.
3,
Let's go.
2,
So to the side, little hop across, and then back to the middle. Whew. Well done. So little hop across, side to side. So again, if you don't want to do the jumping, just do it without. As long as you're moving. If you ever need to, march it out. Whew. Good work. So jumping if you can, stepping with me if you need to. So next one's not technically a row. You might want to go for double arms like we've just done. If you've got light enough weight, we're going to try for flies.
exercise 2, in 4,
So if you're doing this version, if you're doing the others, just get straight on with it. So bend your knees back flat, you're going to pull out. So it's like you're flying. So out and in. So again, bend your elbows more if you need to make it a little bit less difficult. Back stays straight though, so out and in. So other option is to do double arm rows instead. If that feels better, do that one. Or if you want to go back to your upright rows, do that. So if you are doing your flies, make sure that you're not flying like up there. You're trying to come out to the side, so you work in the middle of your back here. If you go up here, you're going to get too much like higher up. So it's out
take a
and in.
30
Keep going for the counts down.
in 4, 3, 2, 1,
Well done. 1 more round. Grab yourself a drink. So it's running and squats. See how many variations of squats I can come up with for you. Hopefully 4. So when it comes to your running, you can either do it on the spot.
Get ready.
You can go forwards and backwards,
Exercise
or if
1.
you've got lots of space,
In 4,
have a little run around.
3,
Okay, let's go, last round.
2, last
Last
phase.
phase. So either on the spot, you might be going forwards and backwards, you can reach down if you're doing that version. You might just want to march it out, it's fine. Whatever you're doing, get on with it. So 45 seconds for each, 4 times round, and then that'll be it for today. Unless you're doubling off, is anyone doing another one? You're brave if you are. So when we get into our squats, we're just going to do regular squats first. So you can use both weights, or one weight in front of you, or do body weight. Entirely up to you. Keep this going until it counts us down.
Exercise 2.
So grab your weight if you're using them, weight or weights.
1.
Sit your bum back and down, squeeze to stand up. So we're going for regular squats to start with. So feet about shoulder width apart, keep your chest up, and get your bum down. So you can see here what we're not doing is this. So it's bum down, chest up. So imagine that wall in front of you. You don't want to headbutt it. So if you were doing it right next to a wall, you don't want to hinge forwards, or you're going to knock yourself out. If you've got your weights down here, just be really careful that you're not rounding your shoulders. So keep them alongside your body if you've got both down both sides. So we're going to go back to the running next. So any of the versions we just talked about.
Exercise 1.
So weight down.
In 4.
So on the spot, round and round, forwards and backwards. Let's go. So nice and fast if you can. Take it into a bit more of a jog if you need to. Or somewhere in between, whatever you like. Keep remembering though, this is your last round. So I think it's about 5 minutes, and then you'll be done. Don't quote me on that. I think it's 5 minutes, might be 6. Good job. So if you're going forwards and backwards, just be careful you're not going to trip over anything or anyone. Keep that pace up if you can. We're going to go for narrow squats next. If they don't feel good, stick with the other version.
Exercise
So
2.
this time,
In 4.
feet underneath your hips, toes pointing forwards, and then do it from there. So sit your bum back, keep an eye on those knees, so they're not going to drop in or out. You're going to send your knees forwards with the narrow squats. So again, chest up, bum down. And so if this is not comfortable, go back to the other version. So sit your bum back and then really squeeze it to stand back up. So go heavy on these if you can. I mean, if you've got the weight, it's not if you physically can. I'm sure you all physically can. Good job. So we've got 2 more rounds for both, and then that'll be it.
Exercise 1. In 4.
So weight down,
3, 2,
on the spot. Let's go. Sorry, on the spot or on the move, whichever you prefer. To drive the elbows back, nice and quick. Good job. Ooh. Well then guys, keep up this pace. Went on a little daydream then. I don't know if I was somewhere sunny or not. Good job, nearly there. So this time we're going to go for wide squats. Again, if it doesn't feel good, go back to the other versions.
Exercise 2. In 4.
So,
3,
nice and wide,
1.
point your toes out, send your knees out to the side. Oh, I feel that one. So really pushing the knees out. You might find you can't go quite as low. If you're not tight in your hips though, maybe you can go really low. Try it. So chest up, bum down. Again, if this one doesn't feel good, go back to regular squats or the narrow ones. Check here as well, we're not hinging forwards. So bum down, chest up. So you're looking towards the camera, not the camera, the screen. I'm looking towards the camera. Not now, I'm not. So really pushing those knees out. So we're going to track your toes. So we've got 1 more round for both. So pop your weights down, and then let's go. So either on the spot or on the move. So about 1.5 minutes left to go. So really get your heart rate up nice and high. Oh, I might do that, a little turn around. Feel free to have a little play around. It should be fun, why not? Good job, really nice and fast the last bit. We're going to add some calf raises for our last set of squats. So I would go for the middle stance that we started with. If you're particularly keen to do the wide ones, you can.
Exercise
So grab your weights.
in 4, 3, 2.
You're going to squat, stay down, lift onto your toes, stand back up. Let's go. So down, lift, and stand. If you don't want to do the calf raise down there, you could squat and do it at the top instead. If you really don't want to do it at all, don't do it. Just do squats. Well done. So keep checking on your posture. So we're not hinging forwards. Chest is up. Just take your time with it. This is your nice, slow, controlled one. Ooh. So once we finish this one, that's it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Whew.
You have reached the end of your workout. Well done.
Well done, guys. Oh, so quick stretch to finish off. So just stepping your feet side to side. Everyone's still alive. Give your shoulders a little circle. So I'm just going to do a really quick stretch with you. If you want to carry on, then feel free. So lean on something if you need to. Grab one foot, knees together. Send your hips forwards until you get that stretch in the front of your leg. That was tough, right? I think we hit every body part. Maybe not the abs. We didn't get the abs too much today. Okay, switch it over. So grab the other foot. Knees together. Hips forwards so you get that stretch. Good job. Need to lie down. Okay, give it a little shake out. Reach up over your head, stretch it nice and tall and lean to one side. And then across the other way. Tall as you can, really stretch. Drop your hands down and you're done. So if you've done it, let me know what you thought of it and I will see you for our next session.